welcome on back to Baseless Claims, our casual, conversational comedy podcast. My name is Tay, I'm gonna morb.
My name is Tori. Just wait a fucking minute, Thompson.
My name is Tyler Loser Bicycle Matheson.
I want to talk about public bathrooms.
Okay, what about
Can we
public
start with
bathrooms?
that?
Yeah, that used to be my greatest fear.
I realize that I have a pretty big anxiety trigger that results in me both getting frantic and angry. And that's when I walk into a public bathroom, someone's in the stall, I'm going to the urinal, and as I'm still in there, it's just me and this person, they decide now would be a good time to finish up and walk out of this stall. Look, I don't know why that sets me off. Whatever you're doing in that stall is between you and God, okay? Wait a goddamn minute until I can wash my hands and get the fuck out, and then walk out and just keep your anonymity, okay? Please?
Okay, so that's a weird one. So you don't want to know the people you're in the bathroom with. That's all it is you want the anonymity.
And how the fuck are these people supposed to know that you have just entered the bathroom?
You can hear people. It's not like it's 100. It's not a warehouse.
But no one else fucking cares.
That's what I clearly, you just have the comments and be like, yeah, I fucking dropped the stinkiest 2 in this pot of water, and I'm gonna let you know by looking at me in the face that this is my brand that you're sort of whiffing around here. All right.
Mm-hmm. That's what it is. It's a dominating play, Tori. It's a complete domination of you.
Didn't know tonight was going to be a therapy session, but all right, we can make it work.
I don't know why this is and it's a recent discovery because I'll be in there and I'll hear them flush the toilet, start standing up, and I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta finish this pee and split quick.
You don't have to. You can just stay at the urinal and keep your face towards the wall.
But I'm gonna have to wash my hands.
Yeah, but you don't have to look at them.
Tyler, what's going on in the stall is between them and God, okay? I don't want to see anything. I want it to be an anonymous place.
You are the only one that is deciding you'll look at them. You can continue to pretend you're peeing and stare at the wall with your eyes closed or something. You can stand at that urinal for as long as they're washing their hands. They're not going to question it.
Is it not clear that I don't want that to happen? I just want them to wait? You have a little room to yourself. Just stay there for an extra 30 seconds.
What are you worried about them seeing you and you seeing them, or is it one-sided only?
No.
I just want to keep it just separation of church and state. Stay in your little poop room until I am done peeing, okay? It's not much to ask. Frankly, I think it's rude to even assume that you can walk out while I'm in there.
And Tori, do you think that this stems from all the times that your father did this to you when you were younger?
Do you think it comes from the fact that maybe your dad walked out while you were taking a 2, and ever since then you've just said, I don't want to see anyone after they come away from that 2 because it'll remind me of my dad when he walked away.
Do y'all not feel some type of protective, you want to feel? I want every bathroom I go into to at least feel like I could be the only one in there. Look,
I mean, I guess
you're in the stall. I don't see you. You don't see me. Right now, we're both alone. Let's not break this. All right, we have a special unspoken rule right now. Let's not break it.
I prefer when, I get what you mean. Yes, I like when bathrooms feel like. Yeah, it's just me and you in here. We're the only ones in the world. Yeah. Me in this bathroom. I like that.
Thoughts.
I've never once been mad at someone for leaving the stall while I'm peeing. Not even pooping. While I'm peeing. And then I have to, that has never... My issue is, if I'm taking a 2... and then someone else comes in and they sit down right in that stall next to me and they start going, I'm more mad at the bathroom for not having an extremely loud fan or music just fucking blaring.
Or cover the bathroom soup to nuts in acoustic foam.
No, because that shit's going to absorb all.
Fucking bad forever.
You're going to have to replace it. You're going to have to replace it multiple times a day.
I was going to say hourly.
Plus, all it does is absorb sound because then all you're doing is making it even more quiet and dense for when you do poop. It's just there's no reflection of sound to give you any cover. It's here's what you get.
It's so quiet you could hear a 2 drop.
It was so quiet. Like, you know how in anechoic chambers, you can hear like your blood in your ears, like rushing through your blood vessels. It's the same in an anechoic poop room where
Bathroom.
you can like hear the poop moving through your intestines.
You can
like,
hear the
wow.
shit developing.
I could hear his butthole expand and contract. It was beautiful. And frankly, I think that's beautiful.
That's the symphony that we need to be after, okay? That's the sound.
Why? Hey, public restrooms? Why is there so many goddamn gaps?
Why is it not to the floor?
Floor to ceiling? Why is it not just closed off?
I'll even say you don't even need to go to the ceiling. You can just go floor to
Tyler, that's where my
6'5".
poop stink go. It go up and over, all right? Up and over, all right?
Where do you think it's going to go if you're trapped in a box, though? Then all you've done is
It'll
like...
stay with me.
You're
It's
making
my
mustard
special
gas.
little smell. It's mine and mine alone. I'm not sharing it with the world, which is what stalls and people who walk out of them while I'm peeing are doing.
Okay, but let me hit you with this one, okay? The stall goes all the way to the floor.
Sure.
There's a backup.
Excuse me?
There's a backup in the pipes, and sewage starts coming out of the toilet in a closed stall that goes to the ground.
And you hit your head and you passed out. And then everyone knows you as the guy who drowned in doo-doo.
Or this happens overnight, and when you come to work in the morning and open the door to try to take a poo, you just get a flash flood of the most disgusting, vile waste you could ever imagine.
I'd grab my kneeboard and go nuts.
What was that? That's what I was just going to say. What was that fucking Nickelodeon TV show? Rocket Power. Do you really think you're going to be like one of those kids in Rocket Power and you're going to be able to surf that wave?
I'm going to be like fucking Otto. I'm going to surf that shit wave, pop off, get some fish tacos, be on my way, all right?
You are not going to. You are going to get crushed by the overwhelming weight of really dense fibrous shits mixed with tons of toilet paper, because you know people are just over wiping in there.
I'm over wiping in there. I mummify my hand every time I'm about to wipe.
That's what I mean. You're going to get drowned by that.
Yeah. And Tay, I saw that disgusted look on your face. I do it because I hate sea turtles.
Okay, no. That's not what the fuck? No, I'm just saying, do you keep your hand mummified as you're wiping, or do you take it off?
No.
Your hand
I
and
just
then use
like,
it?
I was to demonstrate how much I pull off.
Oh, okay.
I like a thick buffer between my hand and my bum.
Well, yeah, it's single ply. It's the worst toilet paper every time.
Especially, my work toilet's the worst fucking one. Like,
Yeah. I mean, why is it that every business or place of public toiletry has like half-ply toilet paper?
It's a real problem, and that's the thing I think Biden should tackle next. But
Biden should tackle, everyone should legally have to have 2-ply toilet paper. Legally.
I don't think Biden has the physical ability to tackle anything anymore.
I'm gonna get every time the president of the United States tweets about something that has been accomplished, I'm just gonna reply with, "Yeah, well, what about the what
about 2-ply in
my office not
bathrooms?
having toilet?" Yeah,
What about 2-ply? What about universal 2-ply? Every toilet. Every toilet, every
That seems-
butthole, 2-ply.
it doesn't matter if you're in a jail cell or a penthouse. 2-ply.
Based.
A roll for every pot.
Exactly. Every American. Know what? Fuck it. Everyone in this country, we don't need to specify American, immigrant, whatever. Everyone in this country has a human right to 2-ply toilet paper.
Everyone within these 48 contiguous states will have 2-ply toilet paper to wipe their bum. Alaska and Hawaii, eat dicks.
Alaska and Hawaii,
Enjoy your sandpaper.
enjoy your fresh seafood, fuckers.
Yeah.
You guys
Alaska-
aren't shitting like the rest of us.
Alaska, just like wipe your bare ass on a walking by bear or moose or something. You've got plenty of them. In Hawaii, you've got palm fronds. You're fine.
Hawaii, you're Hawaii. It's beautiful.
You deserve one con. You deserve one con to your place.
There's
got to
be one negative thing about just like, wow, this is the most beautiful place on earth. And it's like, yeah, but we only have half-ply.
Yeah, it's like, oh, wow, how scenic is this? Except for you see a grown man plop his bare ass in the snow and drag it like he's a dog. All right?
Yeah, I don't know. Hawaii looks really pretty, but I think it's just a visiting kind of thing. I don't know if I want to live there.
There's just going to be an epidemic of like slipping on shit streaks everywhere you go. You're trying to just go on this hike in like a great national forest, and there is just human shit streaks everywhere.
I wasn't saying that they are shitting. I was just saying people are just, their buttholes are really like raw because of all the half fly.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what leap happened where they're now chucking their TP out of the house. Like they're not.
No, they're throwing that ass on any surface they can and wiping it like a naughty dog does at grandma's house on the carpet.
That's Alaska. Yeah, that's an Alaska exclusive. It's part of the charm.
On this conversation topic, though, to get back to what we were talking about, I'm a bit more of an extroverted shitter. I like having conversations with people.
No, you don't. No,
Honestly,
you don't.
obviously, this is a bit. Obviously.
You can't do that to me. Sorry. Okay. Fuck.
I was just playing the exact opposite character of what you were doing.
Hey, you know how going to the bathroom for Tay could already be a dangerous activity? What if she amplified it and made it extroverted to where people really wanted to kill her?
I almost had an actual heart attack.
No, Tay, that seems like a great... Yeah, it seems totally like a blast.
That's the best, like, transphobia adjacent joke that I've ever heard.
I'm gonna kill you, and not because it's a hate crime or because you're trans and you're in what I deem to be the wrong bathroom, but because you tried starting a conversation with me while I was shitting. Now, what are your pronouns?
Because you asked me what my favorite Pokemon was while I was trying to take a dump in this Chili's.
And I just look, when they said unlimited chips and salsa, I took that as a challenge. And now I'm suffering for my shit decisions in here.
And
and you come in here again, pronouns, please. So I need everyone to know this isn't a hate crime. It's because you tried asking me what I thought about the latest Pokemon while I was suffering with myself.
Could you imagine if toilet stalls were like confessionals where they had like little sliding doors? You could talk to the person in the next stall over.
Well, no, it's to write down your last will and testament. It's to like slide it open so you can tell your neighbor, like, my wife, she's in booth 13C. Give her the car, the house, everything. And then you can slide it shut and die peacefully.
That could be for multiple applications, though, because if there are like multiple extroverted shitters, which that has to exist, you could pop it down, play a game of Connect 4 while you're squeezing them out.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Why doesn't, what is that called on iPhone? Is it Game Pigeon? What is that called?
What?
I should be able to, like, within my radius, just send out an invitation to play Pong with anyone that wants to play with me. And it shouldn't be a bathroom feature. It should have a sociable bathroom feature.
What if it was like in like the Central Park, like the chess tables, where on either side of the chess table there's just a toilet.
Oh my God, yeah, and you sit facing each other.
No, you did not just say fucking face each other.
You face each other while that's another, Tori, you see Queen's Gambit?
I did.
Get ready for season 2 because another layer has been added to the game. It's Anya Taylor-Joy shitting, and she has to look into her opponent's eyes the entire time she's shitting.
I feel like she's going to be, with the amount of pills that she does in that show, she's going to be backed up something fierce.
Oh, yeah. I'm just imagining like them hitting the chess timer and like looking at their opponent and like periodically just...
But if someone's got like, a rough one going out, like that's going to be hard to like
focus on the game. Yeah, there's another layer.
Maintain it when it's like this full evacuation that's just gassy and loose and squirty.
Now here's the question. Did they train for that moment and can they themselves play during that stress and they're just doing it to psych their opponent out?
Yeah, it's another layer of the game, Tori. It's it's an aspect of the game you got to play because for the world championships, what they do is they sit you on the dirtiest toilets imaginable right after they fed you 4 quesaritos.
Oh, and if you take too long to make your next move, like after like 10 minutes of no moves being made, they just start releasing hot steam into the air to really get that smell circulating.
No, they fill the toilet level, like the toilet water level rises slow.
And you can't flush until the game's over.
Oh, it's just a fucking water temple in that toilet. Oh, shit.
Yeah. It keeps rising, so you got to beat that game real fast. They're encouraging you to really play speed chess because no one wants to be there when that timer runs out.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
So yeah, I'm not an extroverted shitter. That was just for a bit. I swear to God, I hate it when people try to strike conversations up with me. Unless
has that ever happened?
The only time it was acceptable in my life is when it's like my best buddy before swim team.
Tyler, if you ever tried to talk to me while we're both sitting in stalls next to each other, I think I would have to move to a different country. Well, maybe I would laugh. You would like if I was sitting down and I released just a super cordial like stranger joke. Like if I was just like the cordial droppings of Sir Tyler Mathieson.
Tap a little conductor's wand on the side of the stall.
If I fucking announced it, if I did a little like attention.
And that is a fart.
You would laugh.
Of course.
I just mean if you were like, if we were shitting and you were just like, oh, did you catch House of the Dragon, man?
Oh, man. Oh. I mean, I just have to look at Matt Smith in that wig every week.
Matt Smith is not a great blonde. Not a great blonde.
He's, oh God. I just don't believe it when he's in the white wig. I don't believe it.
Yeah, we used to do that on swim team because like we were all fucking insane because you stare at the bottom of a pool for 3 hours at a time.
Swim team is, to me, I guess, the most homoerotic thing you could ever imagine.
It literally is, yes.
I do love learning like little breadcrumbs about what the because like my initial thoughts on a swim team are like 50% there, and then the other 50% is pure unfettered chaos.
Yes, this is actually the best representation that I've ever heard of someone explain swim team on like an outsider's perspective. We can be like really, in the game, like, cheering for our buddies and everything.
The different strats.
The strats, the technique and everything. And the other 50% is just the most unhinged, deranged shit you could possibly imagine.
Like socially shitting.
Yes, like socias is what we called them.
No.
Yeah, we had a name for them.
Oh, Jesus.
I feel bad about being alive.
I had it for many years where I couldn't even use a public restroom. Mm-hmm. I would bring my ass home. That's what it was great when I got to high school and then I had a car and I drove myself to school. The amount of times I just at like 5th hour would just like nux my English teacher and be like, I'm going to go take a shit at home. I'll be back in like 25.
Okay, that's pretty base.
I live directly across the street from my high school. So
no, I just strategically planned out which bathrooms were the least populated during the day and go to those.
Oh yeah, I had a full like if it was an emergency, I had like a full contingency plan. Like literally all throughout elementary school and middle school, if I had to shit, I would go to the nurse's office and say, I don't feel good. And then they'd say, okay. And because the nurse's office has a private bathroom with the door that shuts, locks,
oh my God,
a fan.
You've been gaming the system
so I would just sit down and be like,
been alive.
And I'd take my sweet fucking time. I'd just be like, do, 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 do. It was even better when I got a fucking Game Boy Advance because then I could have that shit with me. And I would just like, do, 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 take my fucking time and then like come out and be like, oh, because then they're gaming you. Then they're like, did you just need to use the bathroom? I'm like, no, I'm like,
I feel lighter.
I need to like lay down for a minute. And then you lay down for a couple minutes and you're like, I think I'm feeling better. And then you go. And they knew. They had to have known.
Yeah.
Also, why wouldn't they just let you?
Yeah, exactly. Like, why? Who cares? I just clearly wanted the private restroom. I did that all throughout elementary and middle school.
That's honestly kind of amazing.
Yeah, 100%. It was an incredible experience. Anytime I had to poop, it was just always in privacy because I could not stand public restrooms. Now, look for all you youngins out there listening. The older you get, the less you care at that point. You're just like, fuck it, I gotta shit.
I thought you were going to go around the route of like, when you become an adult, you have to do things that you would rather not do. But that's
too.
part of being an adult, is just doing public bathrooms because you have to.
Sometimes you don't realize you have to shit, and then you go to Menards and you pick up a bag of fucking rocks, and you're like, that was 80 pounds that I just hoisted, and I moved my back real weird, and I think I just unlocked something, and now I gotta shit. You gotta be ready to shit in that. You gotta be mentally prepared to shit in that Menards restroom.
Yep.
You guys ever get into like a stall and there's like a little hole with like some duct tape?
Can't say that I've personally experienced it, no.
Maybe there should be a form of communication to the person of the stall next to you. So you know what? I get it. Tori wants to remain completely anonymous. That seems like a lot to ask for, especially in the condition that he's not even in the stall. He's just at the urinal taking a pee. And, and he thinks he's the one that gets to choose how the situation... No, the person who just shat decides how the situation plays out.
Okay, how about this, though? Since Tori also wanted like a really loud noise to cover up shitting and farting sounds, what if they have one of those pneumatic tubes like that they have at the bank so you could like write notes to the other stall? And
That's what I'm thinking. Yes.
Thump,
Yeah.
thump.
That's like a more fun thing, but I feel like we've all seen The Circle. We have the technology.
I haven't seen The Circle.
It's like a really bad Netflix reality, like dating show kind of thing, where no one gets to see each other. They just talk via this like weird TV interface. Like, just throw TVs up in there. And like,
so I can watch the game. So I can watch the fucking game while I shit.
Shit, I got it. Put TVs in every stall and then have, you know, like when you go to Target and they have like the PlayStation controller that's on like the hard, it's like sticking off the wall.
Sanitation in that.
Yeah.
They would put Clorox wipes in there, okay? Settle down.
Tori, are you relying on other people to use them?
You know the general public, Tori. You know the amount of people that walk out after a shit and don't even wash their fucking hands. You're trusting them?
Okay, but while you're in there, you're already touching the door, the toilet paper roll, the flusher. You're sitting on the fucking seat. Like, you're already touching.
Yeah, but
wash your
something
hands.
about shit particles in between something about shit particles causing stick drift in my DualShock 4 just sits wrong with me, Tori. It just sits wrong with me.
Also, when's the last time, like, we know that people washing their hands post using the bathroom is kind of low already for what it should be. How many people do you think pre-wash their hands before going into a toilet
It's only the
stall?
guy from The Shape of Water. That's it. He's the only one who does it.
Maybe we do it this way. Maybe we can make it work where you have to like stick your hands in like a chamber first, and then it like sprays Lysol down on their hands, and then the DualShock 4 comes out, and you're allowed to play.
Okay, see, there you go.
Okay.
It's like a key.
Or we bring back one of America's oldest and most reliable jobs, the bathroom attendant.
Ye old bathroom attendant.
To make sure that everyone is sanitary before touching the cool PS4 controller.
They got it, but they all have to be gamers now.
He's got a gun, and he will force you.
He
will force you to pre-wash.
And a badge.
If you touch the DualSense with poo hands, he's going to ice you.
That sounds pretty cool, but like, you know, you're not going to be hard pressed to find a gamer that would want a job like that. Like,
You could have stopped it at want a job.
They just want to do their gamings, and that's
Eat
it.
hot chip and be bisexual. That's all gamers want.
Well, some gamers.
They want to eat hot chip, game, be homophobic, misogynistic,
Hate
racist,
minorities.
Post misinformation.
and eat frozen dinners. And eat McDonald's.
McDonald. God damn it! Now I want
Is that
McDonald's.
the best form of? You know what? I think that was actually a one and done. I think we got it. The bank note shooty things. That is the best form of
okay.
bathroom
That's
communication
probably
we
the
could
best.
ask
Sure.
for.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, here's what we do instead. There is
No, you don't send anything. It's got the loud shoots and everything, but it just comes down and it's like a hologram that just kind of like spins in the message tube.
no.
But it's still got
I've-
all
I've
of the
got it,
tubes
I got
that
it, I
shoot
got it.
around. It's cool.
Here's what we do. It's fuck. Hold on. All right. Here's what we do. You scan a QR code on the way into the bathroom, and on your phone it brings up a website where there's just like a chat box, right? And you can type messages.
Oh, it's a live chat room.
Even
It's
better.
Chatterbait.
It's even better. You can type messages, and if you hit the send button, a loudspeaker in the bathroom plays text to speech.
No.
Could you imagine? Fucking like the person install 2 wants the person install
No.
1 to know, hey, you sounded kind of cute. Winking emoji.
Hey, that shit you took sounded kind of cute. Winky face. Wish you'd blow all that steam all over me. Winky face.
Someone eats their fiber.
Wait at the urinal for me.
I'll make it worth it.
My my DualShock ran out of batteries. Does anyone have a spare?
What else that butthole do?
I'd eat it without wiping.
But it's all anonymous. That's fine.
Yeah, until they get out of the stall.
Yeah, until they leave while I'm trying to pee.
And then Tori's a fucking snitch and is outing everyone.
Yeah,
He's like, red shoes is hot. Red shoes is hot.
Kill it. We talked about poop for
30
31
minutes.
minutes.
again with the poop talk.
Again with the poop talk. I do have, if we want to get away from poop talk, I do have an update.
Please. Hog talk.
God.
I got, so an update from last episode because someone was like, did Tyler get the Will Byers special for his haircut? I wish.
Yeah, in between episodes, we saw that comment. And Tori screenshotted it and sent it to our group chat. And I was at work when I saw it, and I lost my fucking mind.
That's a great comment.
Wish I would have got the Will Byers special because that you can work with. There's some length there. You can do it. It's not cut so short that you can't do anything with it. So I just went to Menards before we recorded this podcast. And this is the most, it's like the nicest thing, but at the same time, like one of the most insulting things I think I've ever seen before, where some guy came up to me and he's like, hey, you just get your hair cut recently?
Ooh.
And I was like, yep. And he's like, do you like it? And I'm like, nope, not even a little bit. And he's like, I didn't think so.
Oh,
He
no.
said that to you? Hey, you guys
Ray,
know
who owns a barber shop, gave me a QR code for a free haircut from him.
Holy shit. Ray,
way.
the fucking man.
Really?
Ray
What a guy.
just bold. I was like, look, it's not going to be anytime soon. It's already too short. And he's like, yeah, but next time you want a haircut, here, I'll give you
Oh
a
my
free
God. What a fucking
What?
marketing thing.
one. I know.
This guy's
but
gonna fucking
also
make it.
Risky as hell to be like, hey, your haircut sucks. Come to me instead.
Yeah, that's a
But
that is
hey,
a big
but hey,
swing.
Did it work?
It worked. I'm 100% going to see Ray next time. And then maybe I'll have
Absolutely.
an update next time about like, I trust Ray. Ray is my
I
guy.
hope he's
maybe.
not a barber. I hope he's not a barber. I hope he's like a YouTuber and he's doing like a social experiment right now.
I'll give you one.
He's just gonna fuck you up. Yeah, he's gonna.
I'll give you one free haircut now, or I can double it and give it to someone else.
When are you gonna? Maybe that's what happened to me. Someone doubled up. They doubled the amount of hair that they were supposed to cut.
But you only had one. So you were the start. You were the start and you took it. You did the equivalent of someone walking up to you and go,
Yeah,
hey,
fuck that.
I've got $1. I could either double it and give it to someone else, or you could have it. You were the person who went, yeah, I'll take $1. Fuck it.
Yeah. No, because I'm doing everyone a favor. Hey, look you don't have to walk around all day and like find people and double it. You saved your money. I got money. We're all happy now. You
Those
get to
are
go
always
home.
so fucking misleading, and like it always, like, the editing always paints the people in bad light too, that like accept the money.
Like, fuck that. If someone's like, oh, someone paid for your McDonald's order. Thanks. That's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Like the one that I watched, I think that the total got up to like $300 some odd. And the girl was just like, fuck yeah, I'll take $300 some odd for free right now. And like the people behind the camera gave faces. We were just like, oh, what a bad
Isn't that what
person.
you're out here for, though?
Yeah,
to see you
exactly.
like, fuck off. I want the money.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to buy something right now.
Yeah.
What if I just
like,
came out of somewhere and I was just like, oh, your life-saving surgery is $387. And now you're selling me, I get $387 just for walking past? Yeah, I'll take it. Don't try and make me look like the bad guy. Fuck yourself.
Yeah. Dude, I would do it for as low as like $80. Dude, that's like a fucking Lego set. Fuck
I'd
it.
do it when they hit the $5. Like, if they hit the fucking $5 or $6 mark, I'd be like, yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, the $5 is a fucking chicken sandwich, my guy. That sounds great right now.
I would never take it.
Bet.
When do you think you would take it, Tori? What's the number you think you would take it at? Because I'm going to say $6 for me. I'd take it at $6.
Yeah, I'd probably take it at $6.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I am not like, plus, I'm not going to watch your stupid video. I don't know who you are. I have no idea. There's a million people trying to make that exact same video right now. Yours isn't going to take off. And if it does, I don't care.
They're all trying to act like, oh, I'm giving this like my money. It's like you have fucking sponsors and shit. It's the Mr. Beast shit.
You're going to make more money from the video in the long run than that person got in that moment.
Also, the video cost you nothing to make. It was paid for by sponsors.
Yeah. And you walked around in the city you live in with your cell phone that you have.
Mm-hmm. Or in the mall where there is guaranteed to be people.
We should start a new version of TikTok where we walk up to people at malls and we're like, give me $1 right now, or I could beat the shit out of you.
Give me $1 right now, or I'll dox you.
I can put you $1 into debt now, or double it and give it to someone else. Walk up like 3 hours later. Okay, I could put you in $3,256,000 of debt right now, or I can double it and give it to someone else.
Wait, so if I take that debt, do I get rid of the other debt that I have? I take only the $3 million in debt?
Looks at the camera. Yeah, I guess.
Oh my God, yes, I'd love that. Oh my God, I had cancer, so this is great for me.
Oh God.
Look, I don't think I've brought this up on the podcast. Have I? Let me know if I have. I got my shit stolen out of my garage a few weeks ago.
No.
One of
mentioned this.
the items being two bicycles. Two bicycles were stolen.
Fucking lib.
Wait,
yeah,
what?
Tori
Hold on.
keeps telling me I'm a lib with my loser ass bicycle. Which I don't get.
Awesome.
I don't get. It's
I'm a lib,
bike.
though.
Because fucking libs love their loser bicycles.
This is true.
Drive a car.
No. Okay, no, I'm not on board anymore. Fuck
But what
you.
if it's
Cars
just
suck.
down the road? Like, what if it's just like right down the street? Or
Yeah,
what if I'm
just
doing it
walk.
for exercise? You know, like it's a fun mode of transportation.
Yeah.
We've gone over this. We already found better modes of transportation. You could try a ripstick. You could do Heelys. Something about a 12-speed Schwinn isn't quite doing it for me, Tyler. So get that loser bicycle out of my fucking face and get on something that fucking shreds.
Get on something that fucks, okay? Why don't you get off that 12 speed? Get on something that fucks. Maybe you'll be a more attractive person if you're not riding your stupid ass Schwinn around.
Yeah, get some Skechers shape-ups and pump that ass while you walk, all right?
You know, you shouldn't be biking. You should start walking more. You know, you could be a little bit thinner, maybe. You know, start walking more, maybe. No, so I got my loser ass bicycles stolen out of my fucking garage, which is fun because they also stole a bunch of other shit. But whatever, it doesn't matter. The point being, bike theft is not a victimless crime. Okay,
Yeah.
it hurts people.
Yeah,
It hurts me.
What the fuck?
Because now
Tyler,
I
what
don't
do you
have
think a
my
victimless
bicycle.
crime is?
I don't know, shit that like doesn't affect me personally. Like a victimless crime is like if Tori got murdered, like
Yeah, I was gonna say
that's
it's
a victimless crime because it didn't affect me. Like
Victimless
it's just
crime is like pirating a Marvel movie.
yeah, like it didn't affect me personally.
What the fuck do you mean, Tori? That affects so many people, like the Disney executives, everyone who worked on the film. It affects a lot more than you'd think. This is the part of that where I say that that's a joke and fuck Disney, and I am not a bootlicker.
Okay, well, I mean, you know, stealing from Disney is not a victimless crime because Mickey Mouse gets an extra 20 years in the slammer for every time anytime a Marvel movie is pirated. They
He really wants to see Minnie, but he has
they
to do like
add
those...
a bar of soap to a pillowcase to beat the shit out of Mickey with
and,
every
like,
time.
Every time that Minnie goes in to visit him through like the jail phones or whatever, it just gets sadder and sadder.
And you're doing it. It's your fault.
And that's your fault.
Because she found out that goofy hang dong.
So we need a way. I don't like when crimes affect me.
That bold stance to take.
Very bold stance.
I don't
to take.
like it. When crimes affect other people, like if Tori got his bike stolen, again, doesn't really affect me. I wouldn't think about it. But when it's me that got my bike
I don't
stolen,
fucking have a bike.
Okay, but if your catalytic converter got stolen.
again, it doesn't affect me. So like, I don't really care. Like when Tay's catalytic converter got stolen twice,
2 times.
didn't really matter. But I need a deterrent now of like, how do I get people? Because now the one bike was found, one bike has been replaced. What?
I'm sorry. When you said I need a deterrent, my brain immediately visualized a human-sized mouse trap, like the ones that, like, just imagine, like, a fucking dude trying to find shit to steal, like, sell for drugs, and he just... he goes to grab a catalytic converter off the little tray and just, what's that shit?
You
And it's like totally obvious that there's a mouse trap there, but he still goes for the bait anyway.
It just looks exactly like a huge mouse trap.
With like the fake yellow cheese and all.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
wow.
Oh, that's great.
Sorry, Tyler.
You know, that was literally like the day after that happened. That was the first thought I had was I need like a big. That was honestly, I told my girlfriend after, I was like, we need like a big mouse trap. So like if someone comes in the garage, it fucking crushes them. Like I don't want to maim someone for stealing my shit. I want them dead in the garage.
Like a true American.
Yeah. We need a deterrent to stop people from stealing bicycles. So the best thing that I could come up with was like bumper stickers for bikes. So like if you steal it, it's like no one wants to be seen with it. Like
Okay.
Fair,
it's like a
fair.
lock that almost, it's like something you can't remove.
Right,
It's like
it's a
always on
psychological lock.
unless you have a key that turns like the thing off. So like it says like on the bike when you don't, before you unlock it, it says like, I'm riding with Hitler. And then there's a big swastika on it. It's like, whoa,
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to
that's
be seen riding that.
I thought you were going to go more the route of like live, laugh, love or some like Jesus-y bumper sticker, not straight to Nazism, but that works.
Like that's a good move because I'm pretty sure that it's confirmed that the reason Ben Affleck got the big horrible phoenix tattoo on his whole back is so that no one Freaky Fridays him. It's to deter a body snatching.
It is.
What a niche thing to get a tattoo about, but hey, I respect the fuck out of it.
Also, what an incredibly niche joke to hit right there. And like, what a hyper specific connection to connect Ben Affleck's horrible Phoenix back tattoo to not wanting to get Freaky Friday. No one wants to Freaky Friday Ben Affleck. Because, yeah, like, if I had the chance, would I Freaky Friday Ben Affleck? Absolutely. Would the giant Phoenix tattoo make me think twice? Yeah, it would.
100%, yeah.
Like, on one hand, you are Ben Affleck. The other hand, that's a bad tattoo, man.
It's a rotten tat, for sure.
So, like, just a bicycle bumper sticker is the best thing I could surmise of, like, no, because if they steal it, they have to ride around with it. Like, something terrible. So, like, if someone sees it, they're like, yep, they stole that bike, because I can see visually that no one would want to ride with that horrible, horrible bumper sticker.
Mm-hmm. Well, for catalytic converter theft, one of the best deterrents that you can get, and it has worked for me thus far as well, is literally just bolting a big fuck off, like, plate of steel to the bottom of it. So if you just bolted, I don't know, like a big piece of sheet metal to the side of your bike and then removed it every morning, that'd probably do it.
What about like it has a big sign on the back that says, "Yes, I'm an adult, and yes, this is my bicycle."
That's pretty good.
It's kind of like denial of the crime is the easiest way to point out that, yes, they did a crime. Officer, pull them over. That's my loser bicycle.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what we could do. We could, you could put special handles on the bike every night that you're not using it that are laced with like LSD, so that when they put their hands on it to ride it out of there,
it's rad.
I'm giving them a free time. I'm giving them the raddest time ever.
That's gonna be the best bike ride ever.
Right, but then they get arrested for a DUI.
Can you get arrested for a DUI on a bicycle?
It'd be an OUI,
Yes,
operating while under the influence.
Is that nearly as bad as a DUI?
Maybe.
Do you get points on your license?
I don't.
Do you have to get a thing that you breathe into before you're allowed to ride your bicycle?
I'd put a breathalyzer on a bicycle.
Yeah, that would be lame as hell. That's a fucking great way.
Steal that.
That's a fucking great way to get that to like deter from that bicycle, because oh fuck, I gotta be sober. And I like if you're stealing bicycles, chances are from a closed garage, like if you're doing a B&E to get that bicycle, chances are you're not sober. Mm-hmm. So they can't even get away with that. Mm-hmm. Also, I'm pretty sure I found the guy who did it too, because I got one of the bicycles back.
Wait, what?
Yeah, because like went to a gas station by our house. We went to the gas station to fill up the car. And then obviously, yeah, what else are you doing at a gas station?
Yeah.
Why'd you both
that was
go
redundant
too?
We were going somewhere. We made a day of it, you know. It's an event, you know. Get some Slurpees. The new 7-Eleven went up. Yeah, new 7-Eleven went up by the house.
The new line of Quick Trip donuts.
Oh, God, you got to try them. They're cherry fritters. They're so good.
They cost like 6 cents, and it's the best thing you've ever eaten.
Of course.
At the gas station. And then filling up the car, and my girlfriend looks by the dumpster, and she's like, "Is that your bike?" And I was like, "That's 100% my bicycle."
Why, yes, that is my bike.
And the wheels were torn off of it, like... It was like disassembled. It was my disassembled bicycle by the dumpster at a gas station. And then I'm like grabbing the bike, and I see these like two dudes behind the bushes, like, because there's this weird like fenced in area, and they're like looking at me grab the bike, and they're like, and then one of them comes out and is like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, this is my bike. Someone stole it from my garage, so I'm just taking it back. Like, I just found it."
I'm doing a reverse steal.
Oh. Because he clearly was like, "Hey, that's my bike." Mm-hmm. But then didn't want to say, "Hey, that's my bike."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh. That's crazy. Did they take anything else? And I was like, yeah.
Worst liar of all time.
Yeah, here's what they stole. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just looking for the tires and everything. And then like he was clearly high as shit. And then I was just trying to like be nice with him and be reasonable and just be like, yeah, it sucks when people take your stuff. And he's like, yeah, I get it. Sometimes people take my stuff too because it's in a tent right here and they just take it. And I hate that. And I'm like, yeah, it sucks when people take your stuff, doesn't it? And he's like, yeah, it does. I'm like, okay. And then he's like,
what is this weird game of social chess that we're playing right now?
yeah, it was like a weird confrontation where, okay, who's going to make a move on this? And then he's like, I like put it into the back of my car. And then he's like, oh, I think I found the tires over here.
No
and I was like,
way.
Oh.
I was geocaching, you see.
Out of my tent.
Out of like a storm drain. Like the storm drain was covered with a tarp and like other miscellaneous like shrubberies and items to like cover the fact that this was a storm drain. And then like lifts up all the debris off of it, lifts up the storm drain, pulls like 8 goddamn tires out of there. Like,
what
dude's
the
got,
fuck?
that's just what he could fit out in one grab. Like, there's like 20 goddamn tires underneath this thing. And he's like, are one of these your tires? And it's like, okay, so clearly you've been making a game of this. Like,
Yeah.
What the fuck?
because no one, like, it was hidden like a fucking trap in the jungles of Vietnam. Like, you were never going to find this.
Yeah.
You were never going to find this unless you put it there.
This sounds like a so I think you should leave bit.
Yeah, and then I got my tire from him and I was just like, yeah, man, if you see a box of tools, I'd love to have those back. He's like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll look out for them. And then like, okay, man, like I know you did it. I know either you or your friend did it because his friend didn't come up to me. It was just him probably playing mediator, like, fuck, like this could go bad.
I'm imagining instead where you go like, yeah, I'm also missing some tools. And the guy goes, oh, yeah, no, you're not getting that one back. No, not in your life. No, that tool set's sick.
The tool, the tool set is actually really useful, so you're not getting that back. But then,
I heard
like,
those were sold.
Yeah, I heard those went to the pawn shop. That's crazy.
That's crazy, dude. I heard they went to that pawn shop over on 7th. Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, just like heard it through the grapevine, actually.
Yeah, it sold to some guy named like Steve at the counter. Gave them like $7 for it.
Word travels fast.
And I heard that $7 was spent on like, I don't know, like a little bit of food or something. I don't know.
I don't know if it was because when I was like, okay, talk to you later. He's like, yeah.
That's a threat.
See you, man. Like, no, it was very pleasant. We had a very pleasant conversation with each other. And then I watched him shoot up as I was walking away.
Yikes.
Nice.
So it's like, come on, man. You broke into my garage. You smashed the goddamn lock.
God damn, that's...
Are you sure you didn't leave it open?
Are you victim blaming right now?
Oh, stop, Tay. Don't act like that was a serious thing I just did.
I had a big, like, Wile E. Coyote sign that said, steal here on my garage. It was like a big kick me sign.
Oh my God. On your garage door, you should paint the inside of your garage.
Oh, that's so smart.
And then I'll hear a loud bang when someone walks into it.
Yeah. But then also, like, have a mousetrap hidden within that. So you hear bang.
Yeah. Yeah. So you set up the mousetrap to go off only after the initial shock of them hitting the door and them falling over.
I was so mad, though, that morning when I woke up. I was like, fuck, I need someone to, if they try this again, to be physically maimed in my garage. So I was like, what are some Home Alone traps that I can set up? Like, I was like, what are some at-home traps that I can set up? And here's how you know what a good trap is. When you like go on this fucking like survivalist website and it's the shittiest website you've ever seen. You're like, I'm in the right spot.
Straight out of like 2010, never updated.
Yeah, like you know you're in the right spot, but then you also know you're in the right spot when it prefaces the traps with, what state are you in? because these
Fuck.
because these 8 are illegal in certain states. And I'm like, whoa. There's one that like it's like a legit like spike trap. Like it launches, it's like half explosive. Like
What the
it's
fuck?
like it's like a box with like a tripwire that launches spikes at someone. And I'm like, maybe I don't need to go that far.
Yeah.
But
or
maybe
like,
you do.
Maybe I do.
I think the most that you could do to like have the least amount of psychological impact, but the most amount of physical damage to the other party is probably the paint can from Home Alone. You fill it with just enough paint to make sure that it's not going to be fucking lethal, but more than enough to just get the job done of knocking them to the ground.
Like a concussion. Like they should walk
Yeah.
away with a concussion at least.
But they should still be able to walk away. That's the important part.
What if you hired a former boxer to stand outside your garage?
Oh yeah, because Andrew Tate's been kicked off every platform. We need to give him a job to stand outside of
No,
my
he's
place.
a kickboxer. Fuck him. All right.
That's the reason. That's the reason you don't want to
That's
hire
the
him, is 'cause
reason.
he
To
was a
fuck, yeah, fuck that
kickboxer.
guy because he was a kickboxer.
Oh, and he's bald. That's annoying too. But no,
Yeah.
hire a former
annoying.
boxer. So someone walks past your garage and they have like, they look like they might be scoping it out. They just get punched in the face.
And who better to do that than the profiling of Andrew Tate?
Andrew Tate will give him I'm so glad we're giving him a job. You know, maybe he needs another chance. Maybe that's what he needed.
Why do
It
you
wasn't-
guys both want it so badly to be Andrew Tate?
Because it's relevant right now.
It's relevant. We're giving him
the
gainful
more we make
employment.
fun of that guy, the less like legitimacy he has, and the more we make a clownery of him, the less he gets like notoriety again.
Yeah, the more he's just associated with, oh, you mean the guy that stands outside Tyler's garage and just kind of
Yeah.
punches random
That's true.
passerbys?
Okay. All
You mean the
right.
guy that once saw like a little kid bike past the garage door and thought that it was a terrorist and killed them?
You mean the
That guy
guy who
sucks.
inspired a generation of young men to not be afraid of masculinity?
More like indoctrinated a group of young men into being the worst pieces of human shit imaginable.
It only took him like 2 weeks too. It's like quick time.
Yeah.
He did a speed run on that. He did a speed run of how can I be a massive piece of shit and not just an honest to God criminal. How can I be an honest to God like massive piece of shit criminal sex trafficker in as little amount of time as possible? And he did it. So
He
maybe
sure did.
I think maybe the Andrew Tate hiring outside my garage, that might be too much. The mousetrap is good. The bumper stickers are good. I like
about
those ones.
What about the big fuck off steel plate?
I'm confused what the steel plate does again. Can you remind me what the steel plate does?
It's just a deterrent. So in the case of catalytic converters, you just bolt it to the bottom of your car because they're just looking for that quick grab and go kind of thing, right?
But
So
how
if
does
you-
that translate to a full garage?
Right,
That's just a garage door.
Shit, yeah, that is just a garage door.
Hey, that's such a hyper-specific instance to use that.
It's just a garage door that I've just slapped on an extra garage door to my garage door. I might as well have put
Yeah.
a fucking Tom Brady fat head on it. That'd be more of a
fucking-
deterrent.
I've got it. The best thing you can do, just put a speaker, strap a speaker outside your house that's motion sensor. So if someone comes too close to it, it just plays an audio loop of sentry gun engaged, sentry gun engaged. And then they'll run away.
I maybe we combine the two. Maybe we have like it's like a motion detector, and then instead of a bucket of paint, what if it's a big old bucket of poo?
There
What
we
if it's a
go.
big old bucket of poop?
Great.
And
That'll
which
help
is-
tie a bow on this entire episode.
It just stinks. And then they stink. And then like, hey, who stole your bike? Because the cops were fucking useless when they stole my bike. They're like, I was like, hey, look, there's a camera right here. Can we do anything about it? And he's like, no. And then he never called me back.
Yeah, because
I'm
the
like,
cops
great.
are fucking useless when it comes to this kind of shit.
And I was like, great, thanks. But if maybe I gave them a direction to go, like, who stole your bike? The extremely stinky man. You'll smell him from a mile away. He's covered in my shit for the
Yeah,
last
just
month.
just grab a canine, have them smell my butt, and then track that scent.
Yeah, it's literally my shit that I've been collecting for the last like month. and he's covered
It
in it.
fermented.
A month, you say? That'll give our dogs a good scent profile.
Yeah, they'll have at least 72 hours before that gets off of them.
God damn it. You know what else needs to be evacuated? This podcast. So go ahead and leave us a like, favorite, comment, and or review. Really helps us get into curated lists and spread us around. We also love to see people on our Discord. You can check that out in the description of wherever you're listening to this episode. Get involved with the discourse. We invite questions onto the show every so often. So please do those things that I just said.
You can also go over to youtube.com/shapelessmedia, which is the YouTube channel that corresponds with this podcast. You're not only going to find every single episode of this show, you are going to find hundreds of other videos that are just they're going to tickle your funny bone something fierce.
Oh, you will just love it.
God,
and you'll
it's gonna
also
fucking-
love.
You're going to come.
You're gonna come.
Calm.
You're gonna come when you listen to this. Also, you can also support the show monetarily by going to poddex.com and using code SWORDWATCH at checkout. Now, Poddex, what are they? They're a deck of cards that are going to help you start your very own podcast, Bradley. Bradley, you are going to want to start your very own podcast. I've heard your heat. You're killing it. You're absolutely crushing it. I think you're ready for the big league. Step up, record your own podcast, Bradley. Get in here to get started. Bradley Cooper. Bradley Cooper, this is a call out. I know you're ready for podcast, and you know what's going to help you get started? Poddex. They're going to give you a good starting point for questions, interview topics, what ifs, what the hex, all of these different categories that you can buy. And we'll save you money, Bradley Cooper. Not that you need it, or maybe you do. I don't know where you spent all of that Hangover and A Star Is Born money.
Yeah.
No idea where you put it.
Without a doubt, he would call it A Pod Is Born.
Did he like that? Did he like that movie? I wonder if he liked it.
He wrote, starred, and directed it. So
yeah, but did he like it? Like, did he like it as he was doing it?
Oh, you mean the thing that won him a Grammy?
Yeah, but did he
Did he feel at least a little guilty about it? Did he feel at least a little bit guilty about it?
Yeah, I think he felt really guilty about making a hit box office movie that critics and fans alike won
for
him
the
a ton of
third
awards.
time. For
and
the
he fell in
third
love.
time. Come on.
No one gives a fuck about old shit, though, Tyler.
The man is just rehashing something that's already won awards twice previously. He's like, I want the award. If I do it a third time, I'll get it. You know what, Bradley? Maybe you don't deserve a podcast. Go fuck yourself for A Star Is Born, Bradley.
Hey, you shut the hell up. Bradley Cooper is amazing.
Hey, really quick though, but do you think he liked it?
Do you think he enjoyed himself, or do you think he felt that guilt? Because he should have felt that guilt doing that. A Star Is Born? More like a fraud is born. Go fuck yourself. This is a call out to Bradley Cooper. Go fuck yourself. That was the easiest award bait you could have ever written. Go to hell, Bradley. But you can also go to Poddex and start your and use code SWORDWATCH at checkout to receive 10% off your first order. So in this order, Bradley Cooper, go to poddex.com, use code SWORDWATCH, and then go to hell. Thank you and good evening.
Y'all ready for the pod deck last laugh?
Unfortunately.
You can't listen, Bradley. This isn't for you.
Yeah, no free trials.
What's the worst thing that anyone has ever said about you?
That you're an extroverted pooper.
Yeah. Yeah, my friend Tay, super nice.
Extroverted in the bathroom.
Super nice, totally chill. Just don't go to the bathroom with her. And again, it's not because of the trans thing. It's because she's going to try and talk to you while you're pooping. And it's wildly uncomfortable.
Again, it's not the trans thing. We have to reiterate, it's not the trans thing.
The Pokemon thing.
It's the Pokemon thing. She's going to ask you about which Pokemon you think is the cutest while you're pooping. And it's not something you want to talk about.
Yes, a lot of trans women are into Pokemon, so it could be misconstrued as a trans thing as well. But regardless, it's not a trans thing.
It's not a trans thing.